A war of words turning into a full-blown feud between two of the biggest names in rap, Kendrick Lamar and Drake.
The Pulitzer Prize winner is definitely spiraling.
The two longtime rivals battling it out in a matter of days, releasing 8 new songs one after the other, with the intensity heating up over the weekend.
Wondering what Ja Rule think about the recent Drake versus Kendrick Lamar showdown? He's got some strong opinions on it, especially given the history with rap battles. Ja Rule, who's seen his fair share of rap battles, especially the legendary feud with 50 Cent, has some thoughts about the Drake versus Kendrick Lamar beef, even though Ja Rule didn't exactly emerge victorious against 50. His insights here were worth noting. He believes Drake really took a hit in this clash with Kendrick. Ja Rule pointed out that Drake might have been a bit too sensitive about the rules of battle rap. He criticized Drake for calling Kendrick out and complaining that Kendrick went too far. You start the challenge, but then think the response is too much. Ja Rule definitely found that amusing and pretty straightforward in his comments, saying that Drake acted too soft during the whole ordeal. But let's talk about the specifics. Drake lost, according to Ja Rule, and right now, Kendrick Lamar seems to be having the time of his life, while Drake not so much. Losing is never fun, especially not when it airs your dirty laundry for all to see. Interestingly, Ja Rule mentioned something more serious that might have changed how people view Drake. Rumors are swirling about Drake's interaction with much younger individuals, including Millie Bobby Brown and Kylie Jenner. Ja Rule emphasized that if these rumors about Drake being overly familiar with children are true, it could be a major problem. Now, do we have concrete evidence against Drake? Not exactly. It's not like there's a smoking gun video or undeniable proof, but Ja Rule suggests that there's enough out there to raise some eyebrows. However, it's crucial to distinguish between evidence and solid proof. While there are signs and a bit of evidence, nothing is confirmed yet. But it certainly stirs up the conversation and adds a layer of controversy to Drake's persona. Despite these heavy accusations, many still enjoy Drake's music. But Ja Rule's final take is pretty harsh. If any of these allegations against Drake prove to be true, the court of public opinion might not be so forgiving. So what does it mean for how we see Drake? We might still groove to his track. Kind of like how some can't help but move when R. Kelly's Step in the Name of Love comes on. Now, talking about what Ja Rule had to say. He's pretty much on the board with a whisper but slightly disagrees in one point. Just because some still vibe to Drake's music doesn't mean they support or condone his alleged behaviors. Remember the Drake and Pusha T rap battle back in 2018? That was the talk of the town. Drake tried to set some rules after Pusha T went all in, talking about personal stuff. But here's the kicker. Styles P weighed in during Hot 97 interview with Drake East. He said, "In any warfare, ain't no rules." Styles P even questioned how someone who reportedly had a ghostwriter could dictate the rule of rap battle. "That's not fair, dog," he said. He seems to think Drake should stay in his line, up high on the charts, and not mess with the greater side of the rap battles. It's a war zone, and anything can happen. Better to avoid the beef altogether, according to Styles P. Ja Rule, who knows a thing or two about losing battles. Remember his clash with 50 Cent? It's telling everyone there are no rules in rap battles. If he's saying to brace yourself for anything, maybe there's wisdom in those words, especially given his experience. Well, let's take a look at Ja Rule's experience in a rap battle. This guy had been targeted by some of the biggest names in the industry: Eminem, 50 Cent, DMX, and even Jay-Z. Remember Jay-Z's line in Watcher with Dr. Dre? He really laid into Ja Rule, commenting on his career with some serious sharp words. "You can't disrespect us just because you got a little check cut. You were sucking for so long, messing up your little neck. Now you too big for your britches." Now, if anyone knows about crossing lines, it's Ja Rule. But here's the twist. Despite being on the receiving ends of some brutal bars, Ja Rule thinks Drake is being too soft about his own rap battle with Kendrick Lamar. He basically said if you can't stand the heat, maybe don't step into the battle rap kitchen. And it's not just Ja Rule who thinks this way. Styles P also chimed in with some wisdom of his own. He echoes the sentiment that battle rap is a rough arena. There are no rules in this game. If you're going to enter a rap battle, you need to be ready for anything. Styles P's advices: be a king, be beautiful up there, suggesting that if you can't handle the dirt, stay out of it and keep your image clean. This brings us to the point about cultural differences in understanding rap battles. It's possibly an American thing, or more specifically, a Black American cultural element, where verbal sparring isn't just for show. It's a form of expression and sometimes a harsh reality. Think about the notorious lines from rap battles of the past. Tupac famously started the track with a line so provocative with Biggie's wife. It still stirs controversy. And who could forget Ice Cube's raw calls out in his track? This kind of raw expression defines battle rap's legacy. Growing up in tough neighborhoods, like the ones many of these artists come from, meant you had to be quick with your words and thick-skinned. The chains weren't always friendly, sometimes they were downright brutal. It's a reflection of a tough environment where even personal tragedies might be a fodder of jokes. But that's the reality of growing up in a cutthroat setting. Back in October 2023, Drake and J. Cole teamed up to drop First-Person Shooter, where J. Cole boldly claims he, Drake, and Lamar were the big threes of rap. But Kendrick wasn't having any of that. Fast forward to March 2022. He clapped back hard in his verse on Metro Boomin and Future's song Like That, rejecting the big three notion and insisting it's just Big Me. Not one to sit quietly, J. Cole enters the fray with 7-minute Thrill on April 5, firing warning shots at Lamar, calling his music tragic. But here's where it twists. Just 2 days later, Cole retreated, feeling the pressure of the clash, confessing that the world's thirst for drama got to him. Meanwhile, Drake wasn't just watching from the sidelines. By mid-April, he released Push-Ups, poking fun at Lamar's height and his pop collapse. Rick Ross jumped in with champagne moments, accusing Drake of using ghostwriters and having cosmetic surgery. As the month heated up, Drake tried something bold in April 19 with tailor-made freestyle, using AI-generated voice of Tupac and Snoop Dogg. Yes, you heard that right, AI Tupac. But it stirred up a legal storm and got pulled from streaming. Just when you thought it couldn't escalate further, April 30 hit us with Lamar's Euphoria, a non-holds-barrel track where he goes deep, challenging Drake's identity and his role as a father. The very next day, Drake responded not with music, but with a film clip on Instagram, mirroring the accusations thrown at him. May rolled in with more music as Drake's Family Matters and Lamar's Meet the Grahams and 616 in LA dropped in the same day, turning personal jabs into an art form. Lamar didn't just stop there. He accused Drake's team of betrayal and mocked his inability to escape a mess with a clever nod to Drake's Tusi side. Things kicked off when Lamar threw some heavy punches with its track, Not Like Us, dropping not-so-subtle hints. He called out Drake and his crew, labeling them quite controversially. That same day, Drake hit back with a bit of a humor on social media, playfully asking if someone could locate his so-called hidden daughter, a short retort to Lamar's biting words. Metro Boomin shook things up by dropping the BBL Drizzy beat, sparking a wave of fans cover and throwing shades back at Drake, who had previously told him to just shut up and make some drums. In response, Drake released a Heart Part 6 on Sunday night, denying any underage allegations and revealing his strategy of feeding false info to Lamar, including a fictional 11-year-old daughter. A security guard was shot outside of Drake's Toronto mansion, stirring speculations about whether his feud has escalated beyond music. This happened right after a Google Maps image of Drake's house appeared at the cover of Lamar's track. Over just a few days, it attracted unwanted visitors, including one persistent trespasser who came back just to retrieve his bike, leading to another police call-out. On the chart, the feud was just as fierce. Lamar's Not Like Us shattered records and soared to number 1 with over 70 million streams. His other tracks, like Euphoria and Like That, also climbed, showing just how much everyone loves a good rap battle. Drake wasn't far behind, with Family Matters also making a strong showing. Fast forward a bit, and Drake made waves with his feature Sexy Red's You My Everything. Mid-verse, he switched things up over Metro Boomin's beat, dropping hints about his past and stirring the pot even more. So, do you think Drake wasn't really out of his depth? Or is there more to the story? What's your take on Ja Rule's comment? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights and updates.